greatest in the world of sports. This is Chalk Them Up.
No guest today. We were supposed to have Boston Globe baseball writer Bob Ryan come in, but quote unquote, he told me via email this week he's going to do a lot of inner looking and get the karma right after what happened this week in Boston. He actually said he'd be attending lots and lots of prayer worship and really find his faith again, I guess, because it was just a brutal ending in Boston that could send Boston general manager Theo Epstein to Chicago. There's been talk, especially today, of a source close to Epstein that says he's very interested in the Wrigley position, in piecing together the disastrous year for the Chicago Cubs and making it into something, a winning product on the north side.
Yeah, and this is all a product of a September where the Boston Red Sox lost 20 of 27 games, blew an 8.5-game lead in the wild card, and the question is this something that happened too quickly? Did Theo Epstein and Terry Francona, John Henry, the owner of the Boston Red Sox, did they just make a move on a whim? And I really believe they did. I'm shocked that this happened. Absolutely shocked. With the amount of success they've had there since their tenure started. 2 World Series championships. Forget it. One by itself in Boston, the one they got in 2004, killed all those curse of the Bambino, everything that anybody ever thought about somebody. But if you really think about it, it's been going on for a while that this has been an established franchise in Major League Baseball that has always been at a very high level since Theo Epstein and Terry Francona have been working together there. And when I see that and I think, yeah, a terrible month in September, just awful. It's mind-boggling that it happened. It's even crazier to think that it happened to 2 teams at the exact same time. So for that to happen and to go out like this so quickly, for them not to take a step back, to me, is just immature. Flat out immature.
Epstein could be headed to the Cubs. What an incredible move this would be for Tom Ricketts. What an excellent way to start over. Someone who has already taken an ailing franchise that was starved for a championship, turned it around, made the right moves, implemented this Billy Beane type of outlook on how to sign players but still have the resources, unlike Beane had in Oakland, and use that to put, folks, let's be honest with ourselves. The product on the field in Boston this year was pretty darn good up until the last month of the season. I understand Carl Crawford isn't the greatest investment, or doesn't seem like the greatest investment now, but at the time, people locked up Boston as World Series champions.
Actually, not people. All 45 of 45 ESPN writers who do baseball picked the Red Sox to win their division at the beginning of the year.
Greg, can you play the long clip we got of him?
Spent a lot of time assessing what went wrong, less time assessing what went right in the middle, and get better from it. The first part of your statement, I don't think it's appropriate for excuses. We did this to ourselves. We have to take full responsibility for it. We have to own it. Sure, certain things didn't go our way, but every team deals with that. And we can't run from this. This happened, and we have to learn from it.
We can't run from it.
You are lying.
We can't run from it. Right there, he said it himself. You can't run. And now he's telling people, I want to go to Chicago. I would be interested in that. He hasn't left yet. He actually on Friday was in Fenway Park wearing a Red Sox jersey, or a Red Sox jacket, and he discussed what went into the Terry Francona firing. And he made a point. He made a point of saying that his assistant, Ben Chennington, I believe his name is, participated in the meetings with him. Probably because Ben would probably be the next GM of the Boston Red Sox. Maybe. I mean, you don't know if they're going to bring someone else in, but he'll probably be there, and maybe Theo wouldn't be there after the fact. It'll be interesting to see if he does come to Chicago. Another guy, Terry Francona, has been linked to the White Sox in Chicago.
Yeah, the thing that concerns me if I'm a Red Sox fan is the dynamic you had was so great between those two because they were so good at what they did individually, but combined, that's what made the product as what it was, the 2 World Series championships. I really can't see the Red Sox, John Henry especially, the owner of the Red Sox, making this move unless they legitimately have a name almost black and white permanently as a replacement for Terry Francona, because the last thing you need is to put in a C plus, B minus, like A-list celebrities, like a B minus list manager with all that talent. You cannot do that.